Hi guys, and welcome to day 11 of the Organize Your Life in 14 Days challenge. Today is all about owning your calendar and using your calendar to your advantage. So let's get into it. So if you haven't noticed already, I'm a little bit obsessed with being organized, and I also like keeping things really simple. And the best way for me to do that is to use a calendar. So it doesn't matter whether you use a digital calendar like Google Calendar on your phone, or whether you have a printed planner and a diary that you use and carry around with you. Either one works, neither one is better than the other. It's all about which one works for you and which one you're actually going to use. But today is all about making that calendar work for you and how you can use that calendar to actually get more time in your day. Okay, so I'm a little bit obsessed with my calendar, and I have this rule that if it's not in the calendar, it doesn't happen. So literally everything that happens and everything that needs to be done goes into our calendar. So I predominantly use my digital calendar, and that's because my husband and I have joint calendars that we sync together, and so either one of us can add an event in or add a reminder in, and the other one can see it, which works really well for us. We actually job share our position, so we are paramedics and we do on call with our job, and we work that job together. So when one of us is work, the other one's at home. We still get our days off together, but we do work that position together, which means that our roster is all over the place. Like, it changes every single week. So without this, we wouldn't know what days we're on, what days we're off, when we're on call. And so absolutely everything to do with our roster goes into that calendar. But because we do job share, it means that both of us are home with the kids about the same amount of time as well. So it means that we need to be on top of what is happening. Otherwise, things just turn to chaos real fast. So absolutely everything goes into our calendar. So I'm talking if it's library day at school, or if homework's due at school, it goes in. If it is a day off from daycare when daycare would have been on, it goes in. If we have a dinner out with family or friends, or if one of us is going away for a day, or if we have a training day or anything like that, it all goes into the calendar. We also have separate calendar sections, and we have it all color coded. So we have a work section, we have a school section, we have a personal section, and we have a family section. And what we do is that whenever anything comes up, it goes straight into the calendar. So if we get a letter from school with an event that happens in it, it goes straight into the calendar under the school section. Or if my parents call and they say that they want to book in dinner and we're going to have a family dinner, it goes straight into the family section. Any updates to the work roster gets changed in the work section, and it all is live and gets updated as it happens. So many people say that they don't have time to do all the things that they want to do, but what it really is most of the time is the inability to schedule their time properly. We all have the same amount of time in each day, and I know that we've all seen that quote, everyone has the same 24 hours in the day, but really what it comes down to is what your priorities are and what you are giving your time to. Have a look and see how much time you're spending on social media or watching TV. And if you actually scheduled all of your time, you would see just how much time you actually have to do the things that mean the most to you. Once you have your calendar set up so that you have all of the things that are happening in it and you're aware of what's going on and you know what's happening, you can then start scheduling in things that you really want to do, things that are important to you and that you need to do in order to be your best self. One of the biggest things is self-care. So many people are like, oh, I don't have enough time for self-care. But I guarantee if you had a doctor's appointment every single week, you would make that doctor's appointment and you would be there every single week. So you need to do the same for self-care. You need to schedule it in and make it happen. You need to make it a priority. And what it is for you will be different for someone else, and what priorities are for you will be different to somebody else's, and you may have more family time, someone else might have more work time, but it is entirely up to you. How do you want your life to look? How do you want your calendar to look? And then create it, make it happen. Having a calendar that has all of the important things in it and all the things that need to be done in it means that you are in control. You know exactly what's going on, you know what's happening and when, and you get to control your own time. Having a joint calendar has been one of the things that has made the biggest difference for us when it comes to organization and really knowing what's going on in our life. But it doesn't have to be a digital calendar for you. You might have like a family printed calendar and you write everything in it. Perhaps at the end of each day, you schedule everything out that's come up. But for us, it makes the most sense to have a digital calendar on our phones that we can both update and change and edit as it all comes up. So today's task for you is very simple. It's about setting up a calendar for yourself and putting everything that happens into that calendar. While it might take a little bit of time to set up, it really does save a whole bunch of time in the long run, and it only takes a minute or two to actually add each event as it comes up as well. So it really does save a lot of time, it saves a lot of mental space, it saves you thinking that you've forgotten something all the time because it's all in the calendar, all there ready for you. We have these tools that really do help us when it comes to organization, so we might as well use them and use them to the best of their abilities and use them so that they help us stay organized and keep track of what's happening in our lives. I'd love to hear from you about how you use your calendar. What works for you? What kind of things do you schedule out? Is there something that I've missed that you schedule in? Because I'm always looking for ways to make my calendar work better for me and to keep improving it. So I'd love to hear from you about what works. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you do and what works for you. And while you're there, make sure you hit subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications. Like I said, this is day 11 of the Organize Your Life in 14 Days challenge, which means tomorrow is day 12, and if you hit the notifications button, you'll be notified when that video goes live. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about why your to-do list sucks. Yeah, it does. Your to-do list sucks, and tomorrow you're going to find out all about why it sucks and what you can do to make it better. So make sure you check out that video. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you in the next video.